Hey guys, so here I thought I would, hey guys, so today I thought I'd show you the brushes that I bought from Hobbycraft. They are the Daler-Rowney brushes. I started off with this 4-pack because I thought I would try them out first, and then if I need a certain brush, a bigger size, a smaller size, a different shape, then I can just go and buy those brushes individually, or if they do it as a set, then maybe. But anyway, I thought I'd start off with these. So we'll start off with the big one. So this is the 3/4 inch short flat. So they've given me 2 flat brushes and 2 round ones. This flat one has a little slant to it, whereas that one's straight. So we'll start off with this one. This is just some leftover paint that I've got. So I'm going to start off with this leftover paint, and then if I need some more, I'll just put some more out. So there we go. So you can see it's really nice, blocky. I think it's just to cover big areas. If you press on it, then sort of the size at the top is the same as the size at the bottom, which is different to the round brushes, which I will show you in a minute. So I think I'm going to need a lot more paint. But anyway, that's that. I don't know if you can use it on its side. Let's have a look. Yes, if you were to do a long line like this. Yeah, or like if you wanted to do sort of like that, then you can as well. Or if you wanted to do something like that. Okay, I'm just going to get myself some more paint. Ooh, which one should we go for? Blue. One of my favourite colours, blue, especially navy. What's your favourite colour? Let me know in the comment section. Is blue. I want blue to win. Anyway, so now a really good tip that I learned about cleaning brushes is you have to make sure you just sort of shape them back and forth until you get bubbles, which is a really, really good tip. And then get the excess water off like that, and then just dry it and keep drying it until you can see that there's no more paint. So I can't see any more paint coming off that one. If you finished it with it, then you can just pop it there to air dry. If not, we're going to use it again. So anyway, I've got most of the water off my brush here. And yeah, so you can see with this one, the different effects that you can do. I'll do it one more time because it's not very clear there. So you can have effects like this, or if you were to, let's have a look. Maybe even like this. That's the same as the other one, isn't it? Okay, so I can't remember how I did that one. I think it's just... Okay, so these are all the different things you can do with it, okay? So that's that one. Give my brush a good clean. Okay, and then I like to have 2 jars of water, just because then you can give it that extra clean. Okay, so that's that. So my paint come off, yeah. Okay, I can put that there to dry. This is the round one. We'll just take this off here. Okay, we've got to dry somewhere. Next one, I think I'll do the round one. So this is the large round one, 8, just number 8. These are the System 3 brushes, by the way. So with this one, I'm going to grab myself a little bit of paint. Put a bit of paint on both sides. And you can see, so if I just go down, that's if I apply the same pressure as I do the downward stroke. If I was to down and then put a bit more pressure and then release, I believe you get more of a that kind of look. So this is if you want to do more curvy lines, really. That kind of thing. Okay. way. But yeah, okay. So that's what that is. We have to do it on its side. Again, it's the same thing because it's all round. Okay, but it's nice that you've got the option. You can taper it off more smoothly. Again, give our brush a wash. Another thing you can use this one for as well, actually, is if you want to have like sort of something like this. So if you wanted to do blobs for whatever reason, for flowers, for foliage. I think there's a fan brush as well, which I do need to get, but even you can have a nice effect. I know it's blue. You can just imagine that it's green. Okay. That's something else that you can do with that one. You can't really do it with the flat brush. Okay. What else was I gonna show you? Yeah, okay, that's that anyway. If I remember anything else important or anything I've noticed else that you can use about this one, then I will record it in the video. Can't get my words out. Also, apparently when you wash them, it's better to try and reshape them whilst they're dry as much as you can to help them keep their shape. Right, now we'll do the small round one next. This is number 4. Okay. And again, it's the same sort of thing, so it's just the same, but it's smaller. So again, you can do shapes, you can do if you can do like something like this, okay, or you can do you can again, so if you just like that. I wonder if we add a little bit of water. So if we have a watery brush, which I should use the clean water really. I should use the clean water for that. So I'm going to just do it really watery. Let's just see what kinds. I've got my watery paint. Let's just see. Yeah, so it actually works better when the paint's watery. You get less of that dryness, which makes sense because you're adding water. So yeah, it's smoother. I like it. It's a good something I've learnt there. Because I am just a beginner. I thought I'd share what I'm learning as I go along for other beginners too. Yeah, that's much smoother. I really like that. Yeah, I think with the others, paints, sorry, when it's dry, you can just do it for maybe fine details. Whereas if you want to put down a lot, it's better just to go watery. So again, if I was to add a little bit more water to what we did here, we can blend it, we can spread the paint out more here. Like so. There's a lot of paint there. Oh dear, it's a good way to help make my paint last. There we go. Maybe I can cover quite a lot just by watering down that paint. Okay. All right, that's that. And then the final brush is the slanted one. Okay, is that nice and dry and clean? Yes, I believe so. Okay, so it's this one, which is the 1/2 inch angle shader. So they're basically telling us we need to shade with that, aren't they? So something else that I have recently learnt from colour theory is if you want to go for a darker colour, don't add black. You can, but it's going to make the paint muddy. So rather, it's better to add the complementary colour. So in the case of blue, it's orange, which I don't actually have. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, so orange, that's dried. I used some yellow earlier on one of my for my mixing. So I'll just put a little bit. Oh, I've got any pink left over. Okay, I'll just put a little bit of yellow there. And then we literally need just a dab. We just need a dab of this. Because we just want a light orange. I feel like it's very easy to go from orange. Always use your palette knife as well, which I almost forgot to do when mixing. So you just take a little bit and add. I feel like with with yellow it turns orange very quickly, so it's better to always add your red to your yellow rather than your yellow to your red, because otherwise you're just going to end up wasting a lot of paint just trying to get an orangey colour. So that's cute, isn't it? It's a very light sunshiny orange, that is. Oh, I love that colour, it's beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous, that colour. I don't want to mix it into there, it feels like a waste. So I'm going to just take a little bit again, because what am I doing? I'm going darker, aren't I? So let's have a look, because even just a little bit of blue is gonna, oh, I've got a green now. I ended up with a green, that's fine. We can just add more blue until we get the darker blue, like more of a greeny blue. So if I add a little bit more, get it all off both sides. Okay, it's still too green really. Yeah, again, you should have added the green to that really. So I made the mistake that I told you guys not to do, but you learn, don't you? You learn with the different colours. Yes, you can see now it's become a blue. Slightly more of a blue, but still a little bit green for me, to be honest. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just use all of my blue up here. Okay, so it is still, I mean, it's better, but it is still a little bit green, but for the sake of the video, it's just a demonstration. So you can see it's angled there. You can see there's the angled brush. Yeah, it's true actually, it's very good for shading. Sometimes the name, it tells you. Okay, and just keep going, you can go darker and darker. Okay, so you can see here, this is if I was just to go like this, beautiful solid strokes there. It's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful solid strokes. Again, if we were to add a little bit of water, and just thin the paint out. And it's like a lovely greeny colour. So blend that all together. Yeah. Okay, so those are the brushes. Like I said, I'm just also beginning and learning about painting and all the different types of brushes and things that you can come across. So yeah, if you've got any comments, if you've got any brushes that you've tried and you think are really good or really useful, you've got any tips for me, I'd love to hear any tips. Yeah, we can learn together really, because there's lots of amazing artists, amazing experts out there. But I think sometimes it's nice just to be around beginners as well, because then we can just all learn from each other and support each other. It makes the process more fun really and less lonely. So yeah, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.